Anyone who's been keeping up with the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia fight build-up will be aware that Ryan Garcia is acting a little bit strange. And for a while, I couldn't figure out why this was. People were worried he was having a mental breakdown. He's been talking about the Illuminati, saying things like the world's going to end. And I couldn't understand it for a while. But then I heard True Geordie saying that Ryan is aware he's going into a difficult fight with Devin Haney. Devin Haney is very defensively minded, doesn't take many risks. He's always thinking about how can he defend himself from the opposition rather than what can he give the opposition. So I wonder if Ryan is using the tactic that he just needs to act as crazy as possible to get inside Devin Haney's head, to increase the chance that he is going to make some mistakes. Because he's probably been going through the footage of Devin Haney and, seeing there's not a lot of chances to hit him. And he's thinking that, if I wind Devin Haney up, if I act crazy, if he has no idea what he's going in there with, then that might give him a good chance to win the fight. And he did get cleared for a mental evaluation, which suggests he is not crazy and suggests, he is putting it on. And he's been tweeting some very wild things, I think he's just being himself, no one can censor him, no one can hold him down. So, yeah, I was just wondering, maybe it's just an act that he's putting on this crazy person to try and get in Devin Haney's head. I think it could work, to be honest, because I think Devin Haney did look a little bit rattled when they had that face-off on the Empire State Building, because Devin Haney, he proper pushed him. And I don't think he's not like the most, outgoing, kind of loud-spoken trash talker. Like, he does it, but he's not, he's not in your face, he's not charismatic the same way that Ryan is, but he looked really kind of riled. I think Devin Haney, he goes into a boxing ring to box. He doesn't go to fight, whereas, Ryan Garcia, he goes to fight. He goes to hurt the opponent. He goes to knock out the opponent. Whereas I think Devin probably goes to box a bit more. So the fact that Ryan got Devin to shove him at the press conference is probably a good thing. So I think it could suggest that Ryan is rattled. And it would be a crazy story if Ryan does win this. Because if he wins this, he is going to be arguably the biggest name in boxing. He's got the looks. He's got the boxing ability. He'll have the record. He'll have the belt. He'll have the following. He'll easily be, a global superstar. I mean, he already is, but he'll be even bigger. So, yeah, part of me wants Ryan to win because it'll be huge, if he defeats Devin Haney. And it'll probably be a knockout if he does win. I don't think he'll beat him on points. But does Ryan Garcia need to be humbled? He's been acting a bit out of it, a bit crazy, a little bit arrogant. Maybe he could do with being humbled, and maybe, him being scored might bring him back to earth a bit, kind of calm down all this crazy trash talk, and maybe just, censor him a bit more. A lot of his fans are worried that, his head's not in the game because he's been posting on social media so much. It's gotten ridiculous. Is it just part of the trying to act crazy and, pretend to Devin that he's not focused on the fight when he is? Because, clearly he's been training, but I just don't know how mentally clear your head is if, boxing, but then you're also spending all this time on social media, hitting up OnlyFans girls, hanging out with influencers. If you're in a boxing camp, you want to have a small circle, don't you? So that would be my concern. Another thing that, True Geordie made me think of is, I don't know if there's any boxing and MMA fans, but I remember watching the Conor McGregor Khabib fight, and I think you could tell Conor was going into the fight knowing he was going to lose. He was acting similar to Ryan Garcia, a bit manic, a bit mental, a bit of a loose cannon, because he went in it knowing that he was going to lose. So is that the same thing here? Does Ryan deep down think that he can't win this fight? Does he think that he's going into a fight he's going to lose and his career, could potentially be over? He'll have to rebuild again. Or does he think he can win? Is this kind of crazy persona, acting distracted? Is he going to win the mental war games against Devin Haney? And will he make Devin Haney fight and not box? So there will be some openings for Ryan to hit him. I guess the only way we will find out is on Saturday night. I think I'm still going to stick with my current prediction of Devin on points. But yeah, it's very interesting to look at Ryan Garcia's mindset and what kind of games is he playing, if he is playing any games. I mean, the fact he has been mentally cleared for his mental evaluation suggests, he is okay and he is playing some sort of game. But is it going to work? Is he acting crazy? Is he going to annoy people? Are his fans going to be annoyed at him because he's been so distracted? Difficult to say. I mean, Tyson Fury in his one-man press conference said that, trash talk is important. And we know from Tyson Fury how important winning mental games can be. You know, I think one of the reasons he did so well against Klitschko is obviously he had that really awkward, you know, herky-jerky style. But he also mentally, Klitschko was finished before the fight, you know. He'd never come across someone like Tyson Fury before, you know, calling him a lot of names. And I think that sauna story always comes to mind. You know, he says when they were younger, Klitschko and Fury were in a sauna together, and Klitschko left before Fury. And from that moment, Fury knew, yeah, I've got him. You know, I'm mentally stronger than him. I have better endurance than him. Klitschko was rattled, and Klitschko, can't say his name, knew he had won the mental battle. So yeah, I thought I'd just share some ideas with you about why Ryan Garcia has been, you know, playing some mind games. Is he crazy? Is he just pissed off with being a golden boy? Like, you know, if you're acting as a media sweetheart for ages, people get fed up of it. We saw it with Anthony Joshua, who was the media sweetheart for ages, you know, smiling in his interviews, saying all the right things. And then, you know, we saw at the end of the Usyk lost it, you know, he kind of lost it. Just got fed up, said what he wanted to say. Same thing with Tyson Fury, you know, he kind of did the opposite. He was acting, he'd say what he wanted to do, wouldn't really listen to anyone, bit off the rails. And then, you know, he became the golden boy and then, you know, kind of fell off again. So I think there's lots of different reasons why Ryan Garcia could be playing these games, posting a lot on social media, acting a bit crazy. Look, I think it's entertaining. I think it's funny. I think some of the things is quite hilarious. The individual kind of face-off he did with Devin Haney was funny. He says some good things. He looked crazy. Did you see it when he was looking in Devin Haney's eyes in the face-off? He's a funny guy, to be fair. I love his charisma. He plays the game well, you know. You have to sell yourself in boxing. You have to have a following, you know, if you want to sell tickets, because boxing, although it is a sport, very, very business focused. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to the fight, and let's see if Ryan's mind games will pay off. Comment your thoughts down below, like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks for watching, goodbye.